Hello students, good morning to all of you. I hope you all are well and safe at your home. Right? Today we will start the new chapter number 9, that is the force and laws of motion. Force and laws of motion. First of all, we will discuss the force. What do you mean by force? Right? When the body is getting some distance on applying push and pull, when the body changes its position after applying the push or pull, that is called as a force. Let's suppose you are pushing any person, that person will goes at some distance, then the force will applied on that object or a body. Right? This force will be defined into the two part: balanced forces and unbalanced forces. Balanced force. Balanced force, if you are applying the equal forces on an object and object will remain at rest, then the forces will be called as balanced forces. Same here, we have explained one example in the class. Let's suppose you have a table. On the table, the book is lying on the table. You are putting the thread here on one part of the book, that is X on the left hand side. On the right hand side, you are putting the another thread on the right hand side, that is Y. If you are applying the same equal forces on X and Y, the book will remain at the same position. That force is called as a balanced force. That force is called as a balanced force. Next is the unbalanced force. When the unequal forces are applied on the body and body will be in motion, then the forces are called as unbalanced forces. Then the forces are called as unbalanced forces. Same example, let's suppose you are applying the greater push on the X and a smaller push on the Y. Then this book will goes into the left hand side. So this is unequal force, na? Because on the X side or a left hand side, you are applying the high force or a high push and pull. And here is, you are applying the less pull. So that will be the unbalanced force. Right? So these are the balanced and unbalanced forces. After that, laws of motion. Laws of motion, there are three laws of motion: Newton first law, Newton second law, and Newton third law. We are starting the Newton first law. In the Newton first law, if the object is at rest, will remain at rest, and it is in motion, will remain in motion until and unless you are not applying any unbalanced force on the body. That is called as a Newton first law. How? We are taking the example. Let's suppose you have to hit a ball. The ball is at rest on the floor and you are hitting the ball, that will goes into motion. Otherwise, that will remain in rest. वो rest पर ही रहता. After that, let's suppose the ball is in motion and the ball is going on, and you have to stop the ball and you are applying any force. You have applied the force on the ball will come into rest. The ball will in motion and now it is in rest. So that's why that is a Newton first law of motion. Right? After that, Newton second law of motion. Newton second law of motion, there are two statements of the Newton second law. If a net force on an object is not zero, if the net force is not zero, then the object will accelerate. Object will have some acceleration. That acceleration will be directly proportional to the force applied on the body and inversely proportional to the mass of the body. If you are increasing the force, the acceleration will goes on increasing. If you are decreasing the force, the acceleration will goes on decreasing. Same here, acceleration will be inversely proportional to the mass of the body. If the mass is going to decrease, then acceleration will goes on increasing. If the mass is going to increase, then acceleration goes on decreasing. Accumulate these two equations, then you will get A by m proportional. A is equal to, not A by m, that A is proportional to F by m. Put a constant here, then A is equal to F by m, some constant K. Do the cross multiplication, F is equal to ma if K is equal to 1. This is a definition of the force, mass into acceleration. Right? The unit of force is Newton. in SI and dyne in CGS. This is a Newton's second law. Same here, Newton's second law, second definition or a second statement, the rate of change in momentum is mass into velocity, will be directly proportional to the external force. If you are applying proportionality into equality, then one constant will be there, F external. This is the second statement of the Newton's second law of motion. Right? You can apply here, F external will be equal to the rate of change in momentum. Rate means divide by time. After this Newton's second law of motion, we are applying and we are going to the Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law of motion is very much simple. For every action there is equal and opposite reaction. That is a Newton's third law of motion. For every action there will be equal and opposite reaction. We are taking the another example. Let's suppose you have taken the ball. You have taken the ball and you have to throw on the wall. After that, within a nanosecond, you will get the same ball in the opposite direction to you. You have applied the action, you are putting the ball on the wall, and ball is giving the reaction, or the ball is coming to you with the same speed or a same velocity. That is called as a Newton's third law of motion. So up to now, you have to do this topic, right? Goodbye.